Today we're probing Girls Aloud superstar Cheryl Cole for answers. Yes, Mrs. Cheryl Ann Cole, who used to be called Cheryl Ann Tweedy until your star-studded wedding to England and Chelsea legend Joe Cole. We were wondering if you could tell us what the first single you ever bought was.
The first single I ever bought was Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. I had a kind of a little crush on him when I was little, and I just loved that song. So it was the first one I ever got my parents to buy. But yeah, that was my favourite. Rick Astley would be the one I had a little crush on. But I was only a kid, and you know, if you like the song, you tend to have a little something for the person, usually when you're that young. So yeah, can't ever say what was going on in my tiny mind, but never mind.
I say, Mrs. Cheryl Cole from Girls Aloud, you have, like your bandmates, turned your delicate hand to the writing of the pop song. And very good you are too. But is there a song by another artiste you really wish you'd written yourself? Well, it's there, Cheryl Cole.
That happens to me a lot, actually. There's a lot of songs where I listen and I think, oh God, I wish I could have wrote that. Crazy in Love being one of them. But it's normally the really simple songs that you never thought of, that you could quite have easily have thought of, that always give you that kind of feeling. But hopefully, if I keep at the writing myself, I might be, people might be seeing that about one of my songs one day.
One-time winner of the coveted Most Attractive Girl at the Metro Centre, Newcastle, Cheryl Cole, you have, as a member of the sensational Girls Aloud, made several classics and fairly economical pop videos. But what, Cheryl Cole, is your favourite pop music video, cheap or otherwise?
I like a lot of videos. I think videos really emphasise a song sometimes, or don't other times. If the song's good enough to stand on its own, then it doesn't really matter. But I really, really love Destiny's Child, Can You Keep Up? Just because I love the performance side of it, the dancing. Beyonce's amazing. And yeah, it gets your heart pumping, it makes you want to dance like them. And I also love Me Against the Music, Britney, for the same reason. That little dance section in the corridor at the beginning just does it for me, and really gets your heart pumping. When you watch her, you actually want to be her. I love it.
Good heavens, Cheryl Cole. Apart from the cast of Biker Grove, you are the most famous person to have ever come from Newcastle. And for that, we admire you. But who, Cheryl Cole, Nate Tweedy, do you admire?
I really like James Morrison.
And I know that it's a wonderful world, but I can't feel it right now.
I think he's fantastic. Love his melodies, his album's amazing, and he's still only 22, so I think there's a long career there. I think he's brilliant. I think James Morrison's got a far more soulful sound to his voice than James Blunt. But I think they're both great artists.
Pay attention, Mrs. Cheryl Cole. We think Girls Aloud are the best pop group of the 21st century. But that's just not good enough. No. We must discover if you, Cheryl Cole, ever perform the karaoke. And what songs do you like to sing? Is that all right?
I had my own little karaoke machine growing up at home where I would sing with my brothers and sisters. We would sing like Especially For You, Kylie Minogue, and I've got a tape actually of me singing. I think I'm about 4 or 5.
Ah, yes, Cheryl Cole. To quote your well-loved #2 pop hit, Love Machine, you and your Girls Aloud bandmates would prefer to squeeze a day instead of negligee. That said, is there anyone in the pop music world who you consider to be a fashion icon? Please come clean.
I think it's hard to be seen as an icon, a singing sensation, a pop star, a fashionista, and all that all in one. So I think that's quite admirable when you look at people like Gwen Stefani and people like that who are not only cool musically and image-wise, but also fashion-wise, have their own thing going on. For me, fashion is probably like the least on my pile. I'm quite happy to go to the studio in my juicy tracksuit, and you know, I mean, I love dressing up, don't get us wrong, I love looking at fashion and things like that, but it's not a main priority of mine.